What's up, everybody? So let's talk some Karen Read today. This case has gotten global attention. I watched the 5-part documentary series yesterday. Now, when the first trial was going on, I wasn't following it extraordinarily close. I was following it, reading some stories here and there, checking out the headlines. But over the past few weeks, the past month or so, I've dove headfirst into everything Karen Read, trying to figure out what exactly happened to John O'Keefe. This case is extraordinarily interesting. So many different twists and turns. I watched almost every video I could find anyway that is up on YouTube. I watched almost the entire trial, whatever Court TV or Law and Crime has up on their channel. I've been watching all of that, all of the testimonies, everything, and it is a very, very strange case. You would think it's cut and dry, hit and run, she did it. That's what you would think if you're just on like the outside looking in. But once you get into the nitty-gritty and you see all of the comments that other officers made and things that they've possibly done in different videos, it's the Brian Higgins stuff, her backing into the car, and maybe that's what broke her taillight, the possibility of the taillight stuff being planted at the scene of the crime. It's just crazy. The plow driver not seeing anything. Yes, granted, I am new to this. I am still researching. I'm still looking into everything. If there's something that you think I should know, let me know and I will definitely check it out. I've learned about Turtle Boy. I've been watching his stuff recently, and it's just crazy. It's definitely seemed from the outset, before I started to actually look at things, it seemed cut and dry, hit and run. She did it. I don't think she did it I wasn't thinking she did it on purpose. Possibly it was an accident. Maybe she didn't know she did it. Or maybe she was just so angry at the time, she gunned it in reverse and hit him. That's what it seemed like. But that's definitely not what it seems like now. Whatever happened, from either side of the situation, it seems extraordinarily weird. Where he ended up, I don't know, was he supposed to have flown 30 feet from the street and landed in the yard? Or why would they have beaten him, allegedly beaten him to death or whatever happened inside the house, and then threw him on the front yard? Did he maybe get into a fight inside the house and then leave and then pass out with the drink in his hand in the yard and then died of hypothermia? Did he, or at least that was one of the causes, or did he get attacked by the dog? What? None of it makes any sense. No matter which way you look at it, there's something fishy going on in this case. There's something very weird going on. What happened to John O'Keefe? Now, this first article is from WCVB.com and is linked in the description below. The judge overseeing the Karen Read case is pressing ahead with plans to start her second trial, with jury selection planned for April 1st. The judge made that decision promptly at the start of the day of pretrial hearings on Thursday, which was yesterday. The judge, who had expressed reluctancy to change the schedule because of the large jury pool, said it will take a few weeks to seat a jury. She said if a jury is in place by April 25th and the federal appeals court has not issued a ruling on the defense's request to drop 2 charges, she may revisit the request to delay the trial. The defense and prosecution repeatedly tangled yesterday over which experts will testify, what evidence the jury will see, and whether the defense will again be able to present its theory that someone else killed John O'Keefe. Can you tell me the 3 that you say it is? The judge asked the defense. Sure. So the potential third-party people we have identified are Brian Higgins, and Colin Albert. One of the attorneys for Karen Read stated most issues were not immediately decided by the judge, who also added another hearing for this coming Tuesday to continue the work. One thing she did decide was a ban on reporters publishing descriptions of the physical characteristics of the jurors. So, and also they have stated that the jury pool could reach 2,000 people. This comes from the BostonHerald.com. They're gonna, in my opinion, I don't know anything, in my opinion, they are going to have a extraordinarily difficult time finding a jury that is impartial to this case, that already hasn't formed an opinion either way, whether they think she's guilty or not guilty. Especially now with that new documentary coming out, you couldn't probably find 12 people, you sit in a room, anywhere in the world that you would call for a jury that probably hasn't heard something about this case and has either formed a decision either way. Because generally when you read something, even the first time, you're like, interesting. It sounds like maybe she did it, or there's no way she did this. You form some form of opinion. So it's going to be very hard to find 12 impartial jurors, where this case is happening. It wouldn't even matter, sometimes that they move trials to different towns, different cities, because of the effect that the jury has where the case took place. But, I mean, you could put this anywhere in the United States and people are going to have an opinion on her guilt or innocence, whether she did it or she didn't do it, whether those 3 people that the defense saying are likely suspects. I am all in. This is going to be my thing for the next little while. I want to get all caught up on everything involving the Karen Read trial, what happened to John O'Keefe. Man, some of those witnesses they called during the first trial. There was one girl, Jen, who she was on the trial for like 4, 5, 6 hours, something like that. You could sit down and watch that entire thing on repeat. That's how interesting her testimony was. Or Trooper Michael Proctor, his testimony, the things he had to say, calling her a whack job, but it's like the lead investigator, I believe he was, who since got fired, by the way. I read that yesterday. I knew he was on suspension, but I didn't know he actually lost his job. I feel like if the cops did their jobs correctly the first time around, perhaps we wouldn't be sitting here today. Or perhaps we would. Maybe that's why they didn't do their jobs correctly the first time around, because they were allegedly trying to set up Karen Read. Or maybe they just made a bunch of mistakes and this is why Karen Read had a hung jury, a mistrial, the first time around. Just bananas. Absolutely bananas. So I hope you join me for the ride of the Karen Read saga, the Karen Read trial. If you're new to the channel, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because we're going deep. We're going deep into the Karen Read case. What do you think? Did she do it? Did she not do it? Are you undecided? Let me know. Leave some comments below. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again soon.